Okay, good evening and welcome to another BriSCA V8 Hotstox online league live stream. My name is Tom and I'm joined again tonight by Kieran.
Hello, you alright?
How are we doing?
Not too bad, not too bad.
Very good. So firstly, it's a double header tonight. I think we're all kind of looking forward to it. It's a big event. We have two events back to back, exactly the same as what they would be on your standard evening, but we'll have a 20-minute break, I believe, in the middle, so that everyone can go to the toilet, get ready, have a drink, just so it's not all together. So we're going to have two different tracks. The first one's going to be on the Big Valley Long Oval, which will be now. Once that's all gone through, then we'll go to another track, which is the Hilltop Figure of 8 circuit. So do you think that the long oval will be different to the inner oval?
Oh, it'll be definitely different. With the smaller one, there's a lot more action what can happen because where everyone's so tight.
Yep.
So this one being a bit bigger, it might be less action, but it might not. It's one of them. Have to wait and see because we don't really use the big one that much. So
no,
it's one of them try and errors and see what happens. Basically.
Definitely. Okie dokie. So this first set of heats, we've got two heats with one consolation, one final, and then the all-comers for the first event. The teams will only happen in the second one. 15 laps on the first heats. Final will have 20 laps. I think we're ready to go already.
Yep.
Which is good.
Plenty of spaces to get out of the way.
Yeah.
So hopefully the car don't run. As they all get ready.
Yep, it's just about getting themselves gridded up. We'll have a little look at who's in this race. We've got Jim Racing in the yellow and the purple at the front there. I think he's actually going to be a bit further down. Yep, and some of the guys come further to the front. We've got John Brown on the front here, red and white. We've got Skulls, Danny Skulls. She will be in the bright green today. Jim Racing, as I said, yellow and purple. Sherry Martin, which is Jacob Downey, was going to be in the blue and black. Got Benny F2, Oggy, Craig Hodgson in the red, Billows is in the blue, Rob Bobbitt in the blue again, hopefully he's got a faster car, Wassy, Rory Foster, Patrick, and at the back we've got Jack Cart and cold racer Craig Kellett. I think they're ready to go.
Here they are. They're revving up.
And away to go. Yep, John Brown gets a good start. Skulls, Danny's just behind, but not too bad. Jim Racing is taken up third, just next to Jacob Martin, Jacob Downey. And at the moment, it's all very, very clean. As Jacob Downey, Sherry Martin comes on the inside, and oh, that's a bit of a tap there from Jim Racing, and it's actually put Benny. Oh, Benny's in the wall. Straight away, Benny's in the wall. We've got action. Oh, big impact. That's Patrick takes out Benny, and Benny has got lots of catching up to do. Jim Racing takes the lead. Sorry, Kieran.
Yeah, as I say, Jim just overtakes him just before the bend.
Yeah. So Jim Racing's taking the lead ahead of John Brown. So into second goes John. Danny Scholes has taken up third position. Craig Hodgson Oggy has taken fourth. We've got Jacob Downey, Sherry Martin in fifth, Billows in sixth, seventh is Bobbert, Patrick in eighth, Cold Racer in ninth, and Wassey's in 10th. So at the moment, slightly processional. All the cars are following nicely, but we do have Oggy has gone ahead of Danny Scholes, but she's taken back up on the inside. These two were very close in last week's event, as you can remember, but again, very, very clean so far. Just having a look, we've got Jim is getting a good lead so far. There's a bit of action. Danny Scholes has been spun round. I think she went into the wall as well. That's Oggy and Billows, I think, was involved in that. So she's going to drop down the grid. Let's have a little look to see where Benny is. Oh, there is Benny after that accident. He's in 12th position now, so he's got a lot of work to do if he wants to get any further.
Overtake Skulls on the outside. Takes 11th.
We've got Oggy still now on to Sherry Martin, isn't taken in 3rd position, taking that podium position. A little bit of lag. John Brown in the wall, I believe. And look at that, Jim Racing is steaming ahead. Rory Foster struggling. I wonder if he had a bit of an accident somewhere down the line. Jim Racing still well ahead now. Oh, that's someone that spun. Yeah, it's Billows in the tyre wall. Got lucky to get away with it. And so he's got to catch up now. Sherry Martin's gone back over ahead of Oggy now. And is catching John Brown with Cold Racer Craig Keller. Oh, he's just... yeah, it's contact. He's lucky just to get away with that. Yeah.
And Oggy takes 3rd. But then here comes Cold Racer now up the inside.
John Brown's wide again, nearly hitting the wall. It's slowing him down a bit. Oh, that's Cold Racer nearly in the wall. Oggy and Craig are getting very close to each other here.
There's John Brown again.
Yeah, it's gone wide, very wide. Yeah. Oh, that's Oggy. Unsettled the car, but he's lucky to get away with it. Gone inside. That's John Brown has been pushed down to 4th position. Cold Racer and Oggy are fighting for 2nd and 3rd. Quite a bit of a battle going on here with these two. Sherry Martin still not too bad behind Craig. Jacob Downey, sorry. There he is again in the wall. John Brown is struggling either with the car setup maybe, or if it's maybe the track he's just not used to.
Oh.
So
weird. I think it might be the setup.
Yeah, probably is. There's Benny. Look at that. He's caught up from the back of the grid where he had his accident. Yeah.
And then he's just overtook him.
11 laps down already. Oh, John Brown in the wall again. Oh my God. It's involved all. Yeah.
Straight through up to 4th.
So we've got Cold Racer Craig Kellett still in 2nd and 3rd. Oggy's in 4th. Where is Jim Racing? Oh my God, there he is. He's gone past Danny Scholes. She's been lapped.
There goes John Brown and Sherry Martin. Both off the track.
Well, I don't know what happened there. I wasn't quite looking at it, unfortunately, but that's ruined their races. That's put Cold Racer and Oggy still in 2nd and 3rd positions. Jack Hart takes 4th now. As we continue to watch, there is Jim Racing, there is our leader in the yellow and the purple. Might be difficult to see from this distance. It's a bit of a bigger track, so not quite easy to spot who's where. Danny Scholes, unfortunately, with that accident earlier, has put at the back of the grid. Cold Racer has got some distance ahead of Oggy now, and I think being the last lap, they're going to want to keep these positions.
Oh yes.
And there's Jim Racing. It's going to come round to win this on his final lap behind Alex Wassey. Don't think he's going to make too much of an effort to get past.
And here he comes to the line.
Yeah, across the line.
And over the line.
Jim Racing wins. So Jim takes it. Craig Kellett, Cold Racer, will take 2nd. Oggy will take 3rd. Jack Hart 4th. 5th is Benny, which is pretty good for the race he had, the accident he had. Patrick a 6th, a quiet 6th. Billow 7th, Bob at 8th. Sherry Martin takes 9th, and Rory Foss. Oh, there's John Brown going round. He's gone over the line the wrong way. So fairly quiet, but there was some accidents in there. Some people in the wall, and so it's not quite as clean as I expected it.
No.
Entertaining at least. So as we come out of this server, we'll head into Heat 2.
Yes.
So for the finals, the qualifiers for the first heats, I'm not entirely sure who it is that we get qualified out of that. We'll find out for you.
Let's see if Jim wants an interview, as he won the first race of the night. Which Jim was teammates with Alec Wass in that one.
That's why he didn't want to try and overtake him, because they're clearly teammates working together.
Yep.
and that's helping for the team points tonight. So hopefully we can get a word with Jim.
As if he joins, I've sent him an invite.
Maybe a little bit shy.
Maybe.
So as we look into this server, this second heat, we do have some different names here. So we've obviously got Jollers. Nathan Lee is in a Star Beast. That'd be interesting to see how he does with that. Youngie will take in a Speedbird. Light Knight, he's in a Speed Demon. CJ, Sam Parker, I believe that's a new name. Sam Parker 7. We've got Daz Parker. Are they related? Possibly. Stocks Cart in a Speedbird. DWM. Sherry Martin is in this one as well, which is interesting. Plus we've got obviously Craig Smith taking up the end there with the Speedbird. So 15 laps around again this one for Heat 2, then we'll have the consolation race and our finale. Just a reminder, we've got 2 events tonight. This is a double header, so plenty of action in case you miss any of the first event. You can catch us up on the second one, so we could be going for a good 3 to 4 hours tonight. We are having a 20-minute break in the middle, and what we will be doing is actually separating the 2 streams. So we'll be stopping the stream after the end of the first races have been complete, and we will start a fresh new live stream. So be wary to look out for that. What it will mean then is when you come back to it, if anyone wants to watch it afterwards, if they're not able to watch it live, they can watch it separate and be able to choose between the 2 events.
Yes, and just so everyone knows, it is still the top 5, even though they're in teams. It's the top 5 on heats, and then the top 4 on consolation.
Okay, so top 5 in the heats, and then sorry, say it again with the consolation.
Consolation, it'll be the top 4.
4, because 1 consolation. Yes. That's it.
Yes.
That's fine. So you make 10 out of the first 2 heats, and then the 4th one of consolation makes it 14.
So, just for everyone who's watching, they're going to see there's another Sherry Martin in this. The same account. But the first one was Jacob.
Yep.
This one's his other half.
So it actually is Sherry.
This is actually Sherry, this one.
Okay. What happens if they race in the same race?
I don't know.
We'll find out.
flip the coin for it.
Yeah.
Whoever drove better.
Lovely. Okay, so perfect. Thank you. So the guys are getting themselves ready. We've got Craig Smith with a lovely looking jester hat on his car. Okay, let's have a little look at the guys. We've got Craig Smith in the white and the red flames. CJ is in the robe behind in the yellow and the blue. And we've got Nathan Lee in the black with the teeth on the front of the car. Behind them we've got Light Knight in the red and the black, and we've got Daz Parker in the lovely looking greeny blue. Youngie is in the yellow and green. Sherry Martin in the red and the black, and actually is Sherry Martin. Black and yellow is Sam Parker, and then we've got DWM in the black and white with Jollers in the purple, and right at the back we've got Stocks Cart bought in a kind of, so like a, well, I don't know what I'd call that colour. It's like a pink, a dark pink.
Yeah.
I think we're ready to go. Yeah, Craig Smith has made a good start. It was on his own, so not much to contend with. CJ takes his 2nd position. Nathan Lee follows in with 3rd. Light Knight 4th. Des Parker comes around in 5th at the moment, all behind each other. Pretty clean. As we say that, Des Parker goes into the wall as he taps Light Knight on the back. Youngie has called him up and takes the inside, and Daz Parker has gone wide and into the wall.
Sherry Martin's just took the lead.
Sherry Martin.
No, not Sherry Martin, sorry, CJ.
I was just about to say, because I can see Sherry Martin and she's not in the lead.
No, it's CJ, sorry.
CJ, yep. Craig Smith is now second, so Nathan Lee's catching up very quickly and is about to overtake. I was going to say he's gone on the inside and it's still very close, but it's still neck and neck. Oh, it's on the inside still. It's very clean.
Oh, Daz Barker get caught on the wall a bit.
Yeah.
Slows him down, but there goes DWM straight into the wall.
Oh, Sherry Martin's in the wall, yeah. But she's kept going. She's doing all right.
She's holding in there.
She's holding it.
Yeah.
Oh, she's gone wide again.
DWM now up on the middle in between Stockhart and Daz Parker.
Yeah. It's all very close stuff. Craig Smith takes second place still with Nathan Lee, as those two were neck and neck earlier, but that's Nathan Lee again on the inside. He likes that, but he's not quite got. Oh, this time it's made it work. He's taken second position. Light Knight still in fourth. Youngie actually has just overtaken him on the inside. But saying that, Light Knight's not giving up that easy. Youngie's still on the inside. Light Knight's still on the outside. This is making for some really close racing around these corners. As we say, there's Stockscart, yeah, Stockscart and DWN and Sherry Martin and Jollers are in the wall. Sam Parker at the back is hopefully going to take advantage of that, and he goes on the inside. Look at that move! Pushes both in the wall.
Into the wall.
That's Jollers facing the wrong way.
Out of it
yeah.
So much worse.
Sherry Martin's been spun as well. Well, that was really aggressive by Sam Parker, but he's managed to get himself into the positions he needs. So as we look further up on the grid, we've got Nathan Lee still in second, Craig Smith is in third, but now Light Knight and Youngie are very close. Look at that, Youngie's really close on the wall. All three of them.
Oh, and there goes Light Knight up the inside. Oh, he's just done himself. He's come out worse.
Craig Smith in the wall. And that's put Youngie into third, Nathan Lee still into second. There is our leader. CJ is well ahead in the lead, coming up to backmarker Jollers after that accident. We've got Daz Parker's making some good progress in that the colour, I can't decide what to call it yet. No, DWM goes into him.
Trying to get out the inside, but didn't quite work. But there he goes now, out the inside of the both of them.
Yep.
Oh, there goes Stockhart.
Yep. He's been pushed into the wall, salvaged the damage, and he's carried on. Craig Smith is now struggling in sixth position.
I think the favourite car in this lorry is the Speedbird, I think.
Yeah, definitely. We've got Youngie now taking second position ahead of Nathan Lee. It was clean, and the two are still fairly close together, so I wonder if Nathan will take the inside to try and get past him, as he was doing so with Craig Smith. Daz Parker's making some progress.
He's left. Yeah, he's lapping the back markers.
Yeah, he's left them for dead, isn't he? He's just overtaking Sherry Martin now, and look at that gap. There we are. That's half a lap now almost. Youngie still in second position as Nathan Lee is losing a bit of that distance between Youngie. Still in third and second. DWM is now really caught up to the two. Could get a podium position if he's quick enough. And Daz Parker so far is our last qualifier. Stockscart and Craig Smith won't qualify if they continue in these positions. As we continue to look round, we've got CJ. Look at that. We're talking about fourth and fifth, and CJ is not that far behind them.
No.
Youngie's still in second. DWM is catching very quickly behind Nathan Lee, and still about a lap to go. So look at that move. He's on the inside and he's pushed Nathan to the wall. But
he's took third.
Yeah.
Took the podium off Nathan Lee.
Well, it's sensible of Nathan to not get too involved in that. He's just kind of got himself behind and
still in the top five.
As CJ comes across the line and he wins the race. Jollers is a lap behind, so he's not going to be mattering. Youngie takes second. Nathan Lee will take third.
Just took the third back.
As DWM takes fourth. Well, as I just saw, I was kind of panning the camera around to this line. I saw DWM almost in the wall, so I wonder if he just made a mistake as he went round. I mean, it's not a podium position.
Did Nathan Lee take the last chance?
Well, possibly.
Up?
Saying that, it's still qualified. That's all that matters.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
I mean, obviously there's points in it. He'd probably be hitting himself for making a mistake if it was, but the qualifier for the final is still there. So out of that, we've got CJ, Youngie, Nathan Lee, DWM, and Daz Parker qualifying. The rest of them, unfortunately, don't, but they will get another chance in the consolation race, which is about to happen next. Well, that was another very close race, not too chaotic, a couple of pushes into the walls. But if you compare it to what we've seen in the past, especially with the figure of eights, some really close racing, and I believe by the end of the night we'll be racing on the Hilltop figure of eight track. It could be completely and utterly different.
Oh yes. I think so too.
It's going to be messy.
Oh yeah.
People would have had it.
It's high speed, and when they hit that middle, like loads of them hit the middle at high speed.
Yep.
It causes chaos.
Hello.
Here he is. It's CJ.
Alright, lads.
You alright?
Yeah, you.
Got a nice, comfortable lead there.
Yeah. Seems to suit my style, that track.
We can see nearly half a lap in front of everyone. Just before we get into it any further, I'm sure you have already. You've done the settings for the chat.
Yeah, I think so. We did it last week, didn't we?
Yeah, no, that's fine. That's fine. We thought we'd just quickly ask just before we get in too far and realise.
Yeah.
So into the final now. You go.
Yeah. Yeah.
What are you expecting in the final?
Be nice to get away and win again, but you have to take it as it comes to it. It's only a bit of fun,
Yes.
have a laugh.
And what
Yeah.
was your thoughts about the Hilltop figure of eight?
Looking forward to that more than the big oval.
Okay,
Yes.
more crashing. It's interesting because I think some people prefer the racing because it's close, and then you got the people who just like the crashing. So yeah, it'll be interesting.
Once that track we're just on, once you get going, it's a bit like roundy. It's not hard
Yeah.
to pass.
Oh, yeah. It's more because like I was saying earlier, because it's bigger instead of the inner oval. Where you're in the inner oval, you're a bit compact with each other. More things happen. When you're in a bigger one, you're more spread it out. And once you've got your comfortable line and you've got a gap in front of you, you're away basically.
It's easier to get in the rhythm because you're not being whacked about all the time.
That's it. That's it. And there's less chance of actually, like the inner oval, when you tap the wall, it messes you up badly. But where you've got wider of a track, you've got less of a chance going too wide and then hitting the wall type of thing, which is quite nice.
Yeah, and also you're less likely to catch less back markers, so you've less chance of taking you out or spinning you. So.
Yeah, which you was overtaking the back markers, as we saw, overtaking Jolly and Sherry, the pair of them.
Obviously, they must have got caught up.
They both got caught up in a bit of a pile-up.
Yeah.
And that, so that's why they fell quite far behind. But we'll get back to watch them in the consolation now. So we'll catch up with you at another time.
Good luck in the final.
We wish you the best in the final.
Yeah, and hopefully I'll speak to you soon.
Yeah, we'll
Good
do.
stuff. See you soon.
Yeah, bye.
See you later.
So I think they're still just getting ready for this consolation race.
Yep.
We might get confused with the Sherry Martin now. I didn't take note if they're both using the same colour car. I know that if it is Sherry herself, it's the red and black, but I didn't see Jacob. I think it was the same, thinking about it. Both in the red and black, so we will find out what's going on with that hopefully soon, what's going to happen. But the consolation now is going to only be another 15 laps around here. Already we've got some opinions about the track being a bit too wide and a bit too processional.
Yeah.
But we'll see whether they'll make it interesting. I think, for me, my personal opinion, I like seeing the racing close.
Yes.
It's a little bit more about, set up with a car and how people can take advantage of maybe some drafting and just not going wide. A few people are seen already going quite wide with that setup. So, and it's just proven with CJ, when you get it just spot on, you can make some big space between you and the car behind you. So
Yes.
yeah, it'll be interesting. So I think we're ready to head off on this consolation. A few of the guys.
So what I've been
it's already
told,
up.
Sherry's in yellow, Downey is in red,
Okay.
as I was told.
No worries.
Downey is in consolation, in this consolation.
Okay. Fine. We will be able to work that out from here now.
Yes.
So, is Sam Parker related to Daz Parker? I imagine the fact that they came on together.
yeah.
We'll
I think so.
We'll maybe find out about that as well. But Sam Parker is the only one in this race, as Daz had qualified. It did actually very well, I thought, for that 5th position. So, as for a new person.
Yeah.
And I think the guys are just readying up. Just need Alex Was to ready up.
So yeah, Sam Parker and Daz Parker is actually brothers.
Okay, so they're brothers.
Yes.
That will be interesting. Whether they'll be working together or working against each other. Is there a rival? We don't know.
Yes.
But we will find out. Oh, I'm getting in the way of all the guys.
It's going to be a bit interesting, I think, where we're going to park on the figure of 8.
Yeah, definitely. I think we'll work it out as we go along there. Probably be very similar to the dirt track.
Most likely.
Yeah, most likely. So as the guys get ready and head onto the grid, we'll have a little look at see who we've got here. We've got Danny Scholes in the bright green and purple, Craig Smith, John Brown at the front. I think they're...
Whites.
I don't know if they're heading off just yet.
I think that's
no, we've got Bobbert in the multi blue and purple colours, Billows in the blue and the red, in the red and the blue light night. Worsey is behind with Rory Foster. In the black and the yellow we've got Sam Parker, one of the 2 brothers, Patrick in the red and white. We've got Sherry Martin in the red and the black, and then we've got Stocks Car and Jollers at the back. So Craig Smith on the front, I think hopefully ready to head off, and there we go.
There we go.
And Danny Scholes has made a good start, as John Brown does as well. Craig Smith slow off the grids, and Danny Scholes quickly takes that lead with John Brown behind.
Jacob off the road.
Sam Parker is pushing Rory Foster into the wall nearly, but no, they're still going. So that is Sam Parker on the inside of... they've gone both into the wall. As Alex Wassey, he's pushed into the wall there. Alex has gone in. Oh my god, Alex nearly went into the tyre wall. What was he doing? It was really... it was crazy. As the leaders all come together. Look at that. Billows takes the lead. Oh my god, it's chaos.
Big crashes in this
Oh,
one.
oh my god, there was so many of them. There was Danny Scholes in there was Craig Smith, there was, oh my god, but Billows was not involved, and he just went on the inside and he's taken the lead, and he's now got a good that's Danny Scholes again in the wall. Light Night he's coming back on the track well ahead. Oh my god, it's just gone in front of Stock's car. Danny Scholes is in the wall, she's spinning. Everyone's pushing for this win. We've got...
As we always see in the consolations,
yes.
been the most entertaining from the crashes, because how desperate they want to get into the top 4.
I actually couldn't keep up what was going on with that. So we've got Rory Foster is in 5th. So 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th and 9th, maybe even 10th. There's Craig. Oh my God. Danny Scholes is getting involved in everything. Look at the state of her car. It's ruined. I think she's nearly out of this.
Yeah, I think so too.
This mid-pack battle. Oh, we've got 4 or 5 of them in the wall. That's Light Night and Rory facing the wrong way now. Stocks Cart and Sam Parker are on the on the inner oval as Craig Smith takes over. Sam Parker, Bobber on the inside. He's nearly in the wall. Jollers
too wide there.
Has gone into 3rd position and has got ahead of this pack. And to be honest, this pack is dangerous so far.
Yes.
It's chaotic.
Especially where Craig Smith is, the last position, and look, he's holding on. He's just holding on to that 4th place.
This is fantastic racing. It's aggressive.
Oh
my God! Look at that move from Alex Wassey. Yeah, but he's gone wide into the wall with Craig Smith. Bobber on the inside. There's 3 of them. Oh dear, Stocks Car.
It's gone on for dear life.
John Brown coming up now. Light Night behind him. I think we're going to be continuing to watch this. We've got Billow still in the lead with Patrick in 2nd, but we've not even been watching them because it's just not been the race to watch as Craig Smith goes into the wall.
They're all still trying their hardest to try and get that 4th place.
So Sam Parker's made...
Oh, and there goes Wazzy.
Oh my God. So does Bobber. Bobber's gone off the track and he's gone into the wall. He's slowed down. I don't know what's going on with him. So Sam Parker's got that 4th position. Last qualifying position with Craig Smith behind. These guys are still close together, but it's kind of it separates a little bit. They weren't as close as what they were. Stocks Cart is still on the inside, still trying to catch up to Craig Smith. John Brown behind.
Good from getting taken out from the start.
Definitely.
And there goes Bobbers.
My God. Yeah, Bobber's hit by Rory Foster. I'm not sure. There's Bobber. I don't know what's happened with his car. Yeah, I'm not sure if it was a problem with his...
I think he's got to the decision of there's no way of catching up now.
So
I think he's...
What happened to Jollers? Jollers was on the inside and he was in the tyre wall and his car is wrecked at the front. He was in 3rd. I don't know what happened, but he's now down in 11th. That's put Sam Parker into 3rd and Stocks Car into 4th. I wonder if it's a back marker or even Sam Parker if he caught up to him. So Sam Parker is now still in 3rd, Stocks Car into 4th. Oh, a few of them into the wall there. They're still fighting for that mid-pack battle. Let's have a look at our leaders.
Jacob's doing really good. Look, he's just done them up the inside and took 5th place off them.
So Jacob's into 5th position. As we look at our leaders, Patrick is leading now. He overtook. He was in 2nd. Billows is still in 2nd. So these two are just going around and not getting too caught up because I think they're kind of accepting the fact that they just want to qualify, but they're doing very well.
The question is Jacob going to get that 4th position with 2 laps left?
Oh, it's going to be close.
Sure is.
I don't know what happened there. The Light Night has got some possible lag and he's actually into the tyres there. Again, another car which barely looks like a car anymore.
Oh, here comes our leader to go over the line for the last time. Patrick.
Patrick's win it. Yeah, Patrick wins it. Billows comes over the line for 2nd, so I think we're a little bit behind with the laps there, but Sam Parker comes across 3rd. Yeah. Stocks Cart takes 4th.
Join his brother into the final.
Yeah. Rory Foster 6th. Wassey will take 7th, just ahead of Jollers. John Brown will take 9th. Light Night will take 10th, and the rest will come in 11th, 12th and 13th. Bobber was retired, I think, and Danny Scholes, who got caught up in a lot of action early on, I think she decided to give up as well. I'm not sure what happened with Bobber because his car, as we can see here, has still got plenty of life and he just slowed down. I don't know if he had a disconnection or... I know he wouldn't have disconnected because his car wouldn't be there.
I think it's because of... basically, I think he knew that's it, really.
Possibly, or he could have been he could have had controller issues. Maybe. His controller ran out of battery at the wrong time.
We saw that last week with Danny.
Well, that was probably one of the most entertaining races I've watched so far in across the whole of this, especially for an oval. It was close racing. It was chaotic. It was
but luckily,
really good to watch.
one of our hosts actually got through to the final, which was Billows. So I'm sure we're going to be joining Billows now and get him. We'll get Patrick in as well for an interview.
Perfect.
While we're set up for the final.
Let's have a look to see where our final is being hosted. There it is. So as we load into this, we'll see if we can get a chat with our winners from the previous race. As we, as you say, get ready for the final. And the final will be having a pace car, which Kieran, you will be taking over.
Yes, that's my job.
So it'll disappear, race a car for a little bit, and then come back up again. And then once the final was over with,
Hello,
Patrick.
Hi there.
How are we doing? We haven't spoken to you for a little while. A win at last.
Yeah.
Well deserved as well.
Thank you.
yes. Taking the so you can get into the final. Luckily,
Yeah, luckily.
Yeah, you
First
did.
heat was not good, but
No, it wasn't too bad. I think, you see, obviously you said you prefer the ovals and the concrete rather than the figure of eights. You've got a figure of eight later on, so we can't wait to watch you.
yes, it's going to be interesting.
Yeah. So, but we weren't watching you and I think it was Billows. It was in second racing because there was so much going on midfield. It was a shame that we didn't get to see your overtake, but no, stood out the trouble and you took the win, which is great.
sorry, I couldn't hear you. Sorry.
Oh, that's fine. Don't worry. Yeah, I was just saying that it was we weren't watching you racing within when you overtook to take the lead because we were watching mid pack. It was so much going on. We didn't see your overtake. But you did really well.
It was a very clean race.
Yeah. Do you think you can take the win in the final?
I hope so, but they're very good guys.
Yeah.
They are quick. Right.
Cool. We'll let you get ahead for the final, I think, because about to ready up.
Yep. And I'll join you in there with the pace car.
Excellent.
Thank you.
See you in a bit.
You bet.
Hello.
So we're ready to get this final away. I think Kieran is going to disappear. You're still here, Kieran. I think he's gone now. Yep. So he's gone for the final to go and do his pace car. So we'll have a little talk about our final. I'm excited to watch this from the racing we've seen so far. I think it's going to be close. Patrick did really well with that race, and I think it'd be great to see him up at least in a top three position on the podium. But Nathan Lee was very consistent in the race before. I think it'd be good to see him and Jim racing. I think he might do well as well. Ultimately, I think CJ, wherever CJ is, he's not in the room yet. I think CJ could take it with that dominant race he had earlier on. I think he's possibly going to win it from me, but we will see. The final we're watching here is going to be 20 laps, so an extra 5 laps. Once this is finished, we will head on to an all-comers, a couple of heats, 15 laps each. A 20-minute break. We'll let you know when the break is, and we will end the live stream, and we'll start another live stream because it's a double header for the second event, which is at Hilltop figure of 8. So if anyone likes more crashes, more action, more contact in that sense, we'll be doing a figure of 8 to break up the oval that we've had now. So whilst we are waiting for these guys to ready up here, I'll have a little talk about the stream itself. This is the BriSCA V8 Hotstox Online League. These guys race in real life in the BriSCA V8 Hotstox, but unfortunately because they can't race because of the current conditions with the virus, they have decided to get online to an online league, and we are live streaming it with commentary. We have a PlayStation version, which is the one you're watching, and the Xbox version race goes ahead as well with a different live stream. A couple of guys live stream that with their commentating as well, so you can watch both ends if you want to. This is a league which anyone can join, as can anyone from the Facebook group of Kieran's own race league, which is the Feck Rest. We race in that every so often. Kieran sets up races here and there, lots of different tracks, lots of different cars and setups, teams, single. If you've raced it before in real life, if you've not raced and you've played Wreckfest, you just want to get involved in something fun, you can join us. Pop along to the Facebook group and ask to join, and we'll get you involved. It's all good fun. It's serious competitive racing, but everyone is having fun at the end of the day. I think we're ready to go. So 20 laps round this oval circuit. So far it's proven to be very competitive. As I get the camera car ready. Okay, so I think we're ready for this race to head off. We're gridding up. There is Kieran in the pace car. This is going to be another 20 laps around this circuit. Very much looking forward to it. I think we're just waiting on something. Not sure what's quite going on at the moment.
Let's get ready to rumble!
I think the guys are just gridding up. Sorry about the camera. Not sure if they've got some issues. Yep, I think they're going around now. Pace car has started. So we've got Jim racing on the front of the grids with Nathan Lee. CJ is behind him, and as they go, I think we're heading off. Nathan Lee takes the lead. We've got CJ is actually taking the lead. Sorry, Jim Racing takes second position. Nathan Lee is in third position. Benny is in fourth. Oggy is in fifth. Billow's in sixth. Daz Parker seventh. Youngie is eighth. Sam Parker ninth, and Patrick is in 10th. It's got a bit of a way to go to get into the lead. As Jim Racing's on the inside of CJ, he's going to take the lead, and he's taken it, but CJ isn't too far behind. A great overtake by Jim Racing.
A very interesting final.
Yeah, Benny takes third position away from Nathan Lee. Oggy is in fifth position in the blue and the red. Billows is in sixth. Youngie is in seventh, and Daz Barker. Yeah, it is. Yeah, Oggy in the wall with Nathan Lee. And Billows is going to take that advantage. It was on the inside of Oggy.
Free abreast.
Oh my
Oggy's
God.
Holding on to there.
Daz Parker and Youngie behind are neck and neck as well as they go around the corner. We've got Jim Racing in the lead. CJ has gone in the inside though. Benny's not too far behind, and CJ takes the lead. Jim Racing has gone back on the inside again.
Goes Billow up the inside of Oggy to take.
That's Parker's spun round. He's in the wall. Stocks hits him on the backside and actually pushed him back into the race. So it's not too. CJ stopped. CJ's completely stopped. Why has he stopped? Not sure what happened with that.
Taken out, I think.
Yep. Interesting. So Jim Racing's in the lead then. Benny's going to come up on the inside though. This is Benny and Jim Racing. Neck and neck as they go around the first. Oh, it's gone on the inside. And as Benny's taken the lead. So, but Jim Racing is back on him. This is fantastic for the lead. Jim Racing tries to take up on the inside again, but he's not quite got the pace. Jim Racing is just behind Benny. We're going to follow these two. Behind them we've got Billows and Oggy, Youngie, Patrick, Nathan Lee, Didier and Des Parker, all quite close. Billows is at the front of that pack, so it can still all go wrong for them. As Jim Racing still tries to go for Benny on the inside as they come past again.
Oggy just takes third off Billows.
So Oggy's taken that last podium. Yeah. Patrick has made some great progress. He's now in 6th. He was well in 10th, further down the grid. So we did say, can he do well? He's like, wasn't so sure of himself, but as long as it's clean, look at that. He's quick. He's catching up to Youngie, so it'll be good to watch them too. But Benny is still leading with Jim Racing still right up his backside. I mean, he's not letting him get away, but he's not able to get beside him so far. As I say that, he's gone on the inside, but he's not overtaken. So Benny on the outside still. Oh, but he's brushing against the wall. This is great stuff for the lead. As we have a quick look, Oggy's still in 3rd, but Billows is in 4th. Patrick is now up to 5th, getting past Youngie, but Youngie is going to come back on the outside, and the two are side by side.
Jim's just pushing Benny around the corner.
Oh my God!
Nearly took him out.
The thing is with these two,
and there goes Jim up the inside now.
If they could hurt each other with this, if it's going to be constant battling,
yes.
Or if they get caught out and go into the wall, the rest of them are going to just quickly catch up. Oggy's still in 3rd position.
But is Jim just sitting behind, just sitting comfortable, waiting for the last lap, and then leap at it while he can?
So Benny's still leading. Jim comes up in the inside again, not quite got the pace, and he's just a little bit behind further than what he was a minute ago.
Here comes Patrick now.
Yeah, Patrick again. Yep, very slowly making progress. I'm not sure he's going to quite get up to the leaders with this, but he could take 3rd away from Oggy if he's clean and if he's clever about it. I think we've got further down DWM, Youngie, who's in 7th. Stock's Cart is 9th, ahead of Jack Cart. Des Parker, he had a crash to CJ. I don't know, we never found out what happened with the CJ. I think we need to find out, because he was going to be my potential winner. And I don't know, again, a controller or an issue or an accident, but bit of a shame really.
Yeah, it is.
So there's Oggy, Billows and Patrick for 3rd, 4th and 5th, DWM closely behind in 6th, and he's on the inside here of Patrick, and he's pushed Patrick in the wall. But the two are still side by side now. DWM overtakes Patrick, so Patrick slides down now to 6th position as we have a look back at our leaders again. Benny has edged away slightly from Jim Racing, but Jim Racing isn't letting him get away too much. Nathan Lee, who was consistent in the first heat, is at the back of the grid. Again, I don't know if he had an accident or he's got a wrong setup, but he's struggling right at the back, and he's being overtaken now, he's being overlapped. Yeah, Nathan Lee, he's all over the place. Something's going on. He's just the wall. Yeah, I don't know what's happened with him. Yeah, okay, so Benny.
There goes Patrick up the inside of Billows. Is he going to be able to take it off him?
He's close.
Oh, Nathan Lee just went straight into the wall.
I think he's getting out of the way.
Yeah.
Patrick is on the inside of Billows as DWM comes on. He spins Patrick. Patrick has been spun. Youngie going into the back of him as well. That's ruined Patrick's chances of that podium. Wow.
Oh, here goes DWM putting Billows into the wall.
And Jack Hart spins Billows. No, he's not spun him. He's kept it going. This is leaving Oggy to take 3rd.
The only way he's getting past is taking him out.
Yeah, I know. It's quite aggressive approach.
Yeah, I think it's more for so when he gets past, he knows he's going to get past and he ain't going to get taken out. So
Patrick's been pushed down to 7th position, so Benny is leading and he's made some more progress. Jim is struggling a little bit now and he just can't seem to stay on the tail, so they he's lost that draft almost, and unless something goes wrong, there we go. That's the win.
Oh,
so,
and below Patrick straight into the wall. Being spun out again.
It's a shame. So Oggie's taken third. Fourth is DWM. Jack Hart takes fifth. Billows is sixth. Stockcart seventh. Eighth is Youngie. Ninth is CJ.
Oh, Patrick just over the line.
Well, the bad luck continues for Patrick. That was a shame. It was a real shame for him. So we have our winner, which is Benny. F2 6.9, a fantastic win there. Unlucky to Jim, who was really, really good, very clean, but just didn't quite have the pace. But takes a second, well earned, and Oggie takes the last podium position in third.
I think, if I'm right, I think Oggie's been in the top 3 for the final for a couple of weeks.
Yeah, Oggie's just consistent. He's always up there, thereabouts, and done very well.
That's the best way to get the points as well. Just being consistent don't mean you have to win.
That was a great final. Again, close, and maybe a little bit processional, but the mid-pack was another go-to event. But no, well done to Benny.
Yes, with the fastest lap as well, I think. Hello,
Jim.
Here's Jim.
Very good.
Not
How
bad,
was
Jim.
that?
I see that when he got past you, you wasn't letting him go that easy. It was like you were staying on the back end of him. At one point I thought you was going to spin him out the way you got to the back end. But here he is.
Oh, I see. Like that,
And
is it?
Here's the winner as well. Benny's here.
Hello.
And Oggie. The top 3 people. So how did you all find that?
Horrible.
No, you two at the front that was really good, clean racing. You were like stuck together for most of the race, and then Betty just edged it and couldn't catch up. Jim,
Benny
could you?
was absolutely flying.
Yeah, he was, wasn't he? It was, yeah, I mean, he was spun out on his heat, so it was a bit of a shame, but he just caught up so quick as well, so it shows how quick he is. What about you, Oggie? How did you get on? You were in the middle of a big battle, really, and you got lucky to not get caught out with it because it was pretty action-packed.
Yeah, well, I've just I hadn't really practiced on this track, so I've just, in between races, I've just been going on my own server and giving it a bit of a practice, so it was a bit better that time, like.
Yeah. So what, Benny, what do you think of the big oval track?
Because you've won. Of course you did.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, I know where. Yeah. Yeah. What about you, Jim? What do you think of it? The big oval. Why is that? Because Benny overtook you. So you can't wait for the figure of 8 then. So out of the 2, figure of 8 or the big oval, you would prefer the figure of 8 then?
Oh yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. You've got more of a chance catching back up if you're on the inner oval than you have on the big oval. What about you, Oggie? What one do you prefer out of all the tracks?
Definitely inner oval. I've always been, well, I've been involved with oval racing for a long time, you know.
Yeah.
But the outer oval's just like a NASCAR track.
Yeah.
Controversial.
Horrible. Yeah. Definitely. It's definitely the inner oval for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah, fair enough. Bloomfield.
Bloomfield. If it had a wall round it, yeah, would you?
Yeah.
Instead of going off the track and ploughing the grass along while you're out there. No.
Yeah.
No,
Or
you're
if
not,
someone hits
literally.
you, you end up going to see Burger Van.
Well, we saw that quite a bit, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It would. 100% I agree with that as well. That would be a good track.
Yep.
At least if you messed up, you can at least bounce off the wall and just keep going type of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, I think the all-comers are starting now, so I know, Jim, you're in this one.
I think Ben's in this one, I'm in the second one, I think.
Who's in Billows?
I don't know, am I in the first one?
If I'm in it.
Yeah, because he's kept you in there, Jim, but he's kicked Oggy out.
Alright, I'll make it on then.
Yeah. We'll see. We'll chat more later, you lot.
Yeah.
Alright, mate, lovely.
Thank you.
Right.
Cheers, bye-bye.
See you
Well
later.
done. Great, so that was good to hear from them.
Yeah.
All good.
It's good to see that they have a great laugh.
Yeah, I was just
They all
literally about to
laugh
say,
about
good sense of humour, and it was
Yes.
some really good characters coming through there. Especially like they all seem to be enjoying it, but they're fair as well at the same time.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's good stuff. Good to see. So we've got 2 all-comers now, so both back down to 15 laps, and that'll be the 2 final races for this circuit, this event. We'll take a 20-minute break after this, so hopefully we'll get some more action from this, and then to the figure of 8. Just having a look, see who we've got in this race. We've got Billows. Rory Foster is in this. Rory's struggled, I think, so far. I haven't really seen Rory. Stocks car is in this. We've got Light Knight 18, Cold Racer Craig Kellett, Jim, as we've just spoken to, he's in this race. We've got Sherry Martin. We will find out whether that's Sherry or Jacob once we find out the colour of the car. Stanley Scholes is in this. DWM, and we've got Patrick, who hopefully can get his luck back and get back up the front of the pack. Danny Scholes has really struggled this meeting. I think she's just had no luck whatsoever. Hopefully she can get that luck back, and she can be back up the front of the grid as well. I think the 2 Scholes and Patrick are really struggling just to get away and stay up at the front of the pack. So as we wait, we'll just kind of give you a heads up. The up and coming Hilltop figure of 8 circuit, which I imagine we'll be doing in the next hour or so. We've got again 2 heats of 10 laps, less laps for that. And we have 10 laps for the Constellation, 15 for the final, and 10 for the all-comers. Plus we have the great teams, two races, teams races of blues versus reds. Hello. Right, sorry about that, we had a slight issue, but it's all sorted. Well, back, I think we're ready to go now. I think it was just a few of the guys were a little bit confused on whose race they should be in.
Yeah, and some people didn't have their mic on to share as well, so we was just making sure some people just letting the host people just tell everyone to make sure if they're going in the interview that they've got their settings right. But we'll double check when they come in from now as well, just to make sure before we start doing an interview and finding out halfway through.
So I think we're close to getting away now. We've got Bobbert just needs to get himself ready. And hopefully Bobbert will be able to finish this race. But again, we didn't find out whether it was an issue with his car or controller. Or these things do happen when you're racing online. It is only a game. Yep. So I don't know if he's having more issues because he's not readying up either. He's taking the Starbeast. I do remember him talking about last week. He joined in, but he was not up to scratch with the cars, and he was unable to have the maximum power in the engines. Yes. I do wonder if he's got the same issue with the Starbeast again. I don't know if he's just completely full. There he is. He's ready. I was just about to say, is he about? Does he know he's racing? Okay. Let's get more of this racing underway. Oh, that's you. Okay, so the guys are gridding up as usual. We'll get ourselves ready for this first of two all-comers heats. So Danny Scholes is going to be up the front of the grid here. She's in the bright green and purple, as you can see. Further back, looks like we've got Billows, Benny, who's proving to be very quick tonight. Bobbert is there. Light Knight. Rory Foster is behind. We've got Sherry Martin, which is actually Jacob, and then we've got Patrick there as well. And at the back we've got DWM, Cold Racer and Stocks Kart. I think they're ready to go. Danny Scholes has got a nice head start here. She can get away and clean and just keep her momentum. She's got no one to bother her for the first corner, so nice and steady she goes. Yep. As we watch second, we've got Billows, Benny and Robert.
No yellows in this one.
No. So as expected, Danny Scholes has taken the lead as we've got Billows in the wall already. Blues. Yeah.
But here comes Benny now in the open. We know what he's like.
Indeed, we've got Light Knight in third, who goes in the wall, just rubs it, but has got away with it. Bobbert in fourth position. Billows is in fifth position, as three of them sixth. Rory on the inside, Sherry Martin, Jacob Downey on the outside. We've got Patrick on the middle there, and Patrick is involved in it already, in the thick of it. But
there goes Benny.
They're clever. Oh yeah,
of
Danny Scholes, and he's pushed her wide, but she's kept it going. Light Knight is in third as Bobbert comes on the inside. Look at that, that's a good attack, but is he gonna get it? He's pushed Light Knight and they're rubbing paint now as they go down the straight into the next corner. Oh, that's Patrick's been spun by Rory. That's gonna probably irritate him. He just wants to catch a break, doesn't he? As Bobbert's managed to lose that third position again. Danny Scholes is... Oh, that's Bobbert. It's been spun by Billows as I can't get my words out. Sherry Martin hits Bobbert as well. That's all right, Shane. It was good to see Bobbert doing quite well there. Benny storming to the lead. Light Knight is the second. Danny Billows. Oh, tell you what, Danny Scholes got...
Oh, that's ruined Billows, I think.
Yep. Danny was lucky to not get hit by anyone else. He was so close to them there.
Yeah.
There's a pack of 5 or 6 of them.
Oh,
So-
Danny's gone.
No, she's disappeared.
know
Has she
if
given
she's
up or
having
she's had
issues
issues?
again.
Yeah. So we've got now Benny is leading by quite a way again. We've got Light Knight in second on his
Oh,
own.
and there goes our Foster around.
Oh, Rory spun round as well. Cold Racer Craig Kellett is in third position, ahead of Jacob Downey, Stockscart and DWM here in sixth position. Patrick, as much as he was spun round, is still in seventh, so it's not bad. He could make something from that if he's clean and fast. He can catch up to Cold Racer, but we all know what Cold Racer's like. He's pretty quick, so Light Knight's doing well for second. Good to see Light Knight doing well. Benny dominating still, and I don't think much is going to stop him from potentially taking the win at the moment unless he gets caught up. So Cold Racer, look at that, is the different racing lines. Cold Racer on the inside, almost sideways, drifting round as Light Knight takes a wider turn and it's a bit straighter. So it's like Cold Racer likes the back end to be kicking out, and it's, as much as you think it's a bit more over the top, is look at that, it's caught up so quickly to Light Knight. Billows is involved in this, but luckily there goes Cold Racer and he's put Light Knight into the wall. But Light Knight gets away with it and still in third position. DW in fourth, Patrick is in fifth, Jacob Downey, Sherry Martin. Oh my god, Stockscart absolutely darted for Sherry Martin. Missed. Stockscart is still in seventh,
Which
but
it's Jacob.
it is Jacob, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'll refer to him as Jacob as much as we can. It's so hard when you're just reading Sherry Martin on the screen. Benny's still leading by quite a way, 12 laps down on 15. Cold Racer, as he drifts round, he's in second. Light Knight in third, and DWM is in fourth, catching up to Light Knight now. Billows could throw the spanner in the works on this, and it almost does. You know, Billows is half getting involved. Patrick is now in fifth position. Look at that. I did say that if he's... Oh, as I say that, Billows is pushing DWM wide. Can Patrick get that fourth position even? Not necessarily the third. I don't think he's going to get the third. Cold Racer still in second. Benny is half a lap ahead, and he is most definitely going to take this win. Light Knight comes across the line. DWM. Patrick is still in fifth.
Sherry Martin's on a... Jacob.
Jacob
I
in the
don't know
wall.
no, I think it's a bit of a glitch.
I was going to say if he's on the roof, then not. Yep, that's Benny takes the win. Cold Racer is going to take
corner.
second.
There goes Stockcar.
No, Light Knight.
Jacob's
DWM.
trying.
Patrick takes fifth. Stockscart seventh. Yeah. Jacob eighth. Stockscart sixth. Jacob seventh, and Roberts eighth. Yeah, Rory ninth, and Billows will come round, who has been unfortunately at the back the whole race. Will come and take 10th.
There we go. So Benny once again taking the win.
A much quieter race for that.
Yeah.
No qualifying positions needed. It was just for points. It's still obviously wanting to win, but less aggressive racing there.
Yeah.
So
one more all-comers.
Yep. Which I imagine is in another server, so we'll quit this, head into another one. It's the last one of the unpopular outer oval.
Yep. And then back into the... for the figure of 8 in Hilltop.
So we'll have a look and see who we've got in this race as we join the server. we will have Sherry Martin as Sherry Martin in the yellow rather than Jacob.
Which I've got to say, touch wood, it's been going really smoothly.
Yes, for anyone who was in the stream last week, we got to the last race, the last bit. Sorry, no, it was the second to last team race, wasn't it?
Yes.
And me stream decided to just cut out. I had internet issues and there was nothing I could have done, so we had to kind of come back in again. Luckily, it didn't interrupt the race, just the final part. Better than being dead straight in the middle of the race. So in this race we've got Jollers, Guy Jolly, we've got Youngie, Nathan Lee and the Star Beast. CJ, absolutely dominant in his heat, but I think he had issues. I'm not quite sure what happened to him in the final, so hopefully we'll be back up the grid again. Jack Hart, John Brown, Wassey, Craig Smith and a few others in this race. So let's have a little wander over. As we look at CJ getting himself ready. As the guys come round to grid up, John Brown is coming round to the front of the grid. CJ is behind him. We've got Sherry Martin. It's still in the red, so not changed the colour to the yellows, which is a shame, but we know it's Sherry.
Yeah.
Nathan Lee behind them with Jim Racing. Gone to the front of the grid is Craig Smith with his Jester hat. Des Parker, I'm going to call it mint green car. We've got Oggy, who's done well tonight so far. Alex Wassey, Youngie. We've got Sam Parker, the other brother, and we've got Jack Cart and Jollers, who's getting himself lined up at the back of the grid. So John Brown and Craig at the beginning, the start of this grid, both in red and white flamed cars. I think they're ready to go.
And away they go.
Yeah, the way to go. John's just got the lead. Craig Smith is on the outside. CJ storms up the inside of Sherry Martin. Oh, Craig and John Brown have gone into the wall, but Craig's lost out there.
Oh, there goes
Sherry. Yep, she's losing it, but she's kept it going. We've got CJ now and someone else. Who is that? I can't quite see. Very similar colour. It's Jim Racing again, yep. With Oggy, we've got the names up there again as we expected to see. John Brown still leading. We've got CJ in second. Jim Racing's on the inside. Oh, he's hit the wall.
Jim and CJ.
Oh, Oggy's going to take advantage of it, and he's got behind. Oh, we've got Jim Racing spinning up. Oh, there's John Brown spun round. Both at the same time.
Now Oggy's now got up second, but now will he take first? Yep. He goes up the inside.
Oggy's going to take the lead. No, he's in the wall. Oh, so is CJ. Oh, Oggy's on the inside. Des Parker's coming up close up behind Oggy in fourth position. This is going to change constantly so far.
Yes.
And we've got Des Parker's taking up the third position on the podium. CJ goes in the inside of Jim Racing, and he's going to push him in the wall again. This is getting aggressive. Des Parker, and we've got Oggy. All four of them. Can you believe it? Oggy's still going the lead then. We've got Nathan Lee behind in fifth, Youngie in sixth, Craig Smith in seventh. And at the moment, anything can happen. It's chopping and changing. Everyone's getting involved. And for those who are saying that there's not much action going on in these races with the long oval, well, I say that Craig Smith's in the wall. John Brown
holding on. Oh, he just holds on, Oggy.
So Jim Racing takes the lead, but it's probably going to change again, and I think it will. Des Parker's involved again with Oggy. Nathan Lee at the back. Is he going to sit and wait for someone to make another mistake? As CJ goes the inside of Jim Racing, pushes him in the wall. I think these two are...
Wide, but then here comes Oggy.
It's pushes and shoves as every corner comes up to them. That's Oggy. Oh my God. Oggy on the inside then. He's ahead of Des Parker. Des Parker's great to be kind of getting involved in this.
Yeah.
It's been more mid-pack so far, and he did well in the first heat for 5th, but he's there or thereabouts. So we've got Nathan Lee's catching up now. We've got CJ who's managed to make some space ahead of everyone. So
now they're coming up behind Craig Smith.
Yeah, exactly.
Is he going to get in the way?
Is Craig going to get in the way? We don't know. We've seen what CJ can do when he gets that lead. He keeps his consistency.
Oh, he taps the back end of Craig, but
oh, that was close.
Just holds on again.
Oh, but Craig's gone into. Oh, he's got a CJ. He's got in the wall.
He didn't lose much places though.
Craig Smith and CJ. Craig is not going to have a Christmas card from CJ. Now, no Christmas cards will be sent.
Not from that shot.
Oh, Daz has lost it. And he gets spun by Craig Smith. Craig Smith is causing chaos at the moment, and he's hit Youngie as well. Nathan Lee in the wall. We've got Wassy. Alex Wassy's there, but he's in the wall. Oh, he's been rolled. Over and over he goes. Over and still going over. That's, oh my God. At least about 10 rolls, I reckon, there. Back on his wheels and he's going. Well, that was...
now they're coming behind Sherry.
Yep. Put Sherry in the wall. Jim Racing now, still in the lead. As CJ got taken out. Oggy in second.
Going to take Oggy out.
Oh,
he missed.
Kind of. Oh.
Just tapped him, but didn't affect him as much.
No. We've got Daz Parker into 3rd position now. Oggy is kind of in.
Nice run.
Yes. Yeah, definitely. Jim is only 3 laps away from winning this. For an all-comers, this is more like a final or even a consolation. As we keep saying, Oggy has been involved in lots, but he's just always gets away with it, and he's always in that podium.
Yes.
Always. Oh, Daz Parker's in the wall with CJ. I don't know if that was lag because he come away from the wall really quickly. So Jack Carl is up with them now. Jack Carl, we've not really spoken about him at all this meeting. So, he hits CJ. CJ hits Daz, and Jack Carl goes into 3rd. CJ and Daz are on the inside. Oh, look at that! Just laps away. Daz Parker's on the inside. Well, that's his podium gone. That's a real shame. As Sherry Martin's facing the wrong way, we've got Jim Racing. He's coming around on his final lap. He's going to take the win after all that chaos. He's taken a well-deserved win. As he crosses the line, Jim takes it. We've got Oggy coming across in 2nd. Jack Cart takes 3rd. CJ takes 4th. Yeah, Nathan Lee takes 5th. Sam Parker, a well-earned 6th. That was a nice surprise. Didn't really see him doing that. Jollers is going to take 7th. Youngie takes 8th. 9th will be John Brown as he comes around. He was our leader at the first. And Daz Parker takes 10th. He's probably really frustrated with that 10th. He was in 3rd for the whole race. And just got caught out. Well, another fantastic action-packed race. That was really good to watch again.
Yes.
Yeah, plenty to see. There was almost everyone had a chance at leading and being on the podium.
Yeah. It was very interesting for the first place.
Yeah.
For the first, I think it was 10 laps it was going on for.
Yeah.
Really good action.
I'm surprised
really
CJ didn't get that lead and contain it. You know, he's come back and forth. So yeah, but Craig Smith getting involved, ruining everything. So
here he is,
Jack Cart. How are we doing?
We've got up into the podium.
Yes, just about.
Well, we were saying, I was like, we've barely even spoken about you. Haven't really seen you in much of the races, and all of a sudden you've taken a podium out of nowhere. So it was good. Well done.
Yeah, it was lucky in that one really. I managed to get 2 cars on one bend in the last couple of laps there.
Yeah.
But the rest of the night I think I got a 5th in the heat, 5th in the final. So it's just hanging in there. It's such a big track. It's hard to catch the guys at the front really.
I think what helped in this one, where there was 5 of them fighting for first place at one point, it just slows them down a bit because they're too busy fighting, so it gives you a helping hand to get up there and try and get closer type of thing, which you've done really well to get up to third.
Yeah, that's it. If you keep your momentum going and if they're fighting, you will close them in eventually.
Yeah.
It's just, you just got to hope that they do try and scrap a bit up front.
Oh yeah, 100%. But you've done very well to get out to third, really well.
Yeah, happy with that from the back.
Yeah. So Are you looking forward to the figure of 8?
Yes, but it's just going to be pure luck, isn't it? I think.
Yes, always is with figure of 8.
It's interesting because you're getting different opinions. You're getting people who don't like the oval, this particular oval, because they think it's a little bit boring, it's a bit round and round, and they're looking forward to the figure of 8 because of the crashing, the action. However, it's going to affect the results completely differently. You know, it's not necessarily about that racing, staying ahead. It's just about staying out of the danger, really. So it's going to be completely different.
That's it. Yeah. Well, I've done a fair bit of practice for this oval we've just done, but I didn't really do any for the figure of 8 because there's not much point. It can all get taken from you very quickly.
Yes. No, it's good to hear from you, and you've done really well. Hopefully you get better results in the figure of 8.
Yeah, good luck.
Fingers crossed.
See you in the figure of 8.
Yep, see you soon.
Thanks a lot, guys.
Yeah.
Cheers. Thank you. Bye-bye. Well, we are finished here in the first event. We're done on the Big Valley long oval circuit. We saw some really good racing. We saw some pretty close action as well. Lots of people going into the wall. Lots of kind of great 3, 4, 5 car battles. So I quite thoroughly enjoyed that. But now we're going to see something completely different in the Hilltop figure of 8. But first we're going to take a 20-minute break. So we're going to end this stream here.
15 or 20, something like that.
15, 20 minutes late. So we'll be back up live soon on a different server, different stream. So be mindful to come and join us after the break.
Yes.
We'll see you soon.
See you soon.